We have seen stat rising a lot in Otome RPGs before. But have we ever seen one where you work at a pizzeria, bake pizzas, go on delivery runs, and fall in love at the same time? Now that's a setting you don't see every day. The game is Bad Delivery Pizza Your Heart, another Otome RPG packed with exciting features. I'm genuinely excited to dive into this one because it is nothing like anything I've seen before. The concept is honestly brilliant, and pixel art, that's always a huge plus for me. It's a style I absolutely adore. Huge thanks to the developer Nihomi for inviting me to play the demo here on my channel. And today I'll be sharing my first impressions and gameplay experience. Let us see if this pizza romance delivers. Heartflop Excel, romance meets Nihongo. Before that, if you love visual novel story-rich or Otome games, or if you want to learn Japanese with Otome games and experience some heart-fluffy romance, I suggest you to subscribe to this channel because you are in the right place. So, at the beginning of the demo, we arrive at our soon-to-be workplace, and this is our boss, Will, one of the love interests, and we're currently having a so-called interview, which is honestly just a formality. The pizzeria is short-staffed, so they basically hire us on the spot and have us start working immediately. Even though our MC doesn't really want this job, she is completely broke, so she accepts it anyway. After that, we're introduced to the basic controls of the game, and it turns out you can play with a controller too, which is such a nice feature. I personally prefer using a controller, so that's a big plus for me. Then we get our first quest, the very first day of work. Very exciting. I decided not to snoop around Will's office, even though I really wanted to. But from our first impression, he seems very serious, so maybe it's better to stay away for now. Instead, I went outside to look around the break room, and it actually looks pretty nice. I love the tile choices because they really give off that classic pizzeria vibe, like you're actually in one. So, of course, I started snooping around, I checked the fridge, and look what I found. So much leftover pizza. Wait, and a raspberry salad? How sophisticated and tasty looking. Should we eat it? Should we eat it? I don't think it would be polite for us to eat someone's salad. Okay, let's just eat it. I don't know who this salad belongs to, but I'm sorry. Our MC is just too hungry. After I borrowed someone's salad to fill my tummy, I headed to the front and waited at the counter for Will. Our MC psychs because this first postgrad job is definitely not what she expected. But in order to pay rent this month, we need to gather $500. That's one of our main goals in this game. It's okay, Val. You have no idea what's about to happen in this pizzeria. Finally, Will shows up and asks if we have any questions. And of course, since we desperately need money, we ask him this. Do you guys do daily pay? Daily pay? I'm not sure. No one's ever asked that before. Because we need money, you know? If we could get daily pay, it would be better for us. And the most broke employee award goes to me. I kind of hope they show us before everything begins, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know if they plan to, but okay, let's just see the full release, I guess. Thankfully, Will agrees to arrange daily pay for us, which is very reassuring. Thank you, boss, from the bottom of our hearts. We can technically clock out anytime, but Will expects us to stay until we finish our training. No problemo. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. Just so you know, we closed at 1 a.m. Well, of course, this is pizza. 1 a.m.? It's a fast food restaurant, of course. So there are two shifts, the opening shift from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and the closing shift from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. And apparently we can choose whichever shift we want. I have a feeling the love interest might differ depending on the shift we pick, which is very interesting. Now, we begin our first training session with Will, cashier duty, and it ended in 5 seconds. I was robbed. So, unfortunately, we don't actually get to see what the training looks like or what happens during it, which is kind of a shame because I was really looking forward to spending more time with Will. But maybe it's because this is still just a demo. It's not just cashier training though, we'll also have kitchen and delivery duties, which will be taught by the other guys, aka the other love interests. As will tell us that. I quickly turn to see who just came in, and my heart skips a bit. I'm telling you, man, just wait and see. Oh, hello! Hold the phone. What do we have here? The one and only Manuel Jackson Dominguez, 25 years old, Aries, 5'8" and half. And before you ask, yes, I'm single. What's with this confidence? And Hiro. Can you, oh, wait. Okay. I didn't press anything. I haven't even pressed or clicked on the dialogue, but it just swiftly move on. Okay. Guys? Well, Hero seemed to pay me no mind at all. Manuel's eyes linger on me. Belle, huh? Oh, let me stop you right there. This isn't social hour. You're here to work, remember? Yeah, I got it. Now that that's settled, I'll be in my office. I trust that you will learn the ropes soon enough. You're in good hands, mostly. Thanks again. And then we'll just leave us like that to continue our training, which means this is the perfect time to start getting to know the boys. I decided to go with Hiro first since we didn't really get to hear him talk earlier, so yes, let's find him. And here he is in the kitchen doing some very intense movements apparently. Hey there, I'm Belle. We didn't really get a chance to talk earlier. Oh. Oh, okay. He's listening to music. Is he humming and dancing? Wait, what? Join him? So sudden? Okay, let's join him. I took a deep breath before. For the first time, I see Hiro take one of his earbuds. What are you doing? Dancing! But you can hear the music. Well then, why don't you share what you're listening to? You haven't heard of them. Try me. I have a pretty diverse music taste, you know. She is so extrovert. Me can relate. But hey, it looks like we managed to catch yours attention because we apparently like the same artists. And the moment he sees that, oh, I know, right? It was a very cohesive project. I mean, from the lyricism and storytelling to the production, you can tell that Otome has really honed their craft. Okay, he speaks a lot now. Well, no wonder he talks so much about it. It is something he genuinely loves. At least now we know what topic we can use to talk to Hiro during break time, since Will clearly does not tolerate social hours. But first, Hiro needs to train me in pizza making, so hold your excitement for a second, Hiro. I know you can wait to talk to us. So yeah, Hiro teaches us by having us observe him first. We need to grab an apron, wash our hands, and then listen carefully to the intercom announcing the orders. After that, we grab the ingredients from the fridge according to what the menu says, place everything on the pizza counter, assemble it on the stainless steel table, put it in the oven, and wait for it to cook. Once it's done, we place the pizza on the tray and use the intercom to let them know the order is ready. To figure out which pizza the customer ordered, you need to pay attention to the numbers announced through the intercom and check the menu on your right. But sometimes we get custom orders, which is actually really exciting, so remember to press D to display them. Don't be like me, who forgot and ended up looking like an idiot while making pizzas.
Wait, guys, what is the menu? What is the menu?
Let's pretend that didn't happen. Thanks to Hiro's teaching, we finally managed to make our very first cheese pizza. Easy peasy. Well, actually not. I'm kind of slow at learning, but hey, we did it, guys. After our first training session, we were allowed to take a lunch break. You can actually choose whether to take it or not, but of course I did, because when else are we supposed to meet the other guys outside of work, right? And here they are, the other coworkers. Apparently, they don't always have lunch together. Like I mentioned before, it depends on which shift you choose, so that affects who shows up. We'll have to discover that on our own. While Manuel is talking to us, it looks like Hiro is really enjoying his lunch. I mean, just look at his face. He is savoring every bite. What is he eating that makes him look that happy? We're getting to know each other more to the point that Hiro almost chokes on his food. Take it easy, Hiro.
Speaking of personalities, Belle, I'm dying to know, what's your star sign, okay? Like my zodiac sign? Why? To see how compatible we are? Okay. What a flirt, but I'd be lying if I said I'm not flattered. It didn't really fit my personality, so okay. How should I respond? Let's just answer it plainly. I'm a Gemini, I know that much, but honestly, I think all that astrology stuff is a bit silly. Suit yourself. Crick crick. Awkward!
After that slightly awkward conversation, mostly because of my responses, I almost thought Hiro might be upset, but maybe he didn't mind. Anyway, lunch break is over. We still have 15 minutes before work starts again. So obviously, I decided to go to Will's office because seriously, I'm dying to know more about him. He is so serious and we barely know anything about him.
Hi. Hi, Will. Belle, is something the matter? I am lost. Honestly, I'm still confused about, well, everything. I feel like a fish out of water. I hear you, but now is not a good time. For future reference, if I'm in the office, it means I'm in the middle of something and don't want to be distracted. Oh, sorry about that. Nice going, Belle. It's okay, but please don't make it a habit. Anyway, I'm sure Manuel or Hiro can give you something to do for now, and I'll check to see how you're doing later. Alrighty. He's so serious! To be honest, I kind of want to know him more than the other. Too bad we can talk to him right now.
But if he's always in his office and constantly busy, how am I supposed to get to know him? Just you wait, Will. I will find the time to get to know you. And one day, you will let me stay in that office. Since Will basically rejected me, I decided to go back to Hiro so we could continue our conversation about Utamu, his favorite artist.
What? Do you want to talk about Atamu? He must really want to talk about Utamu. Sorry, not Atamu. Utamu. Let's stay in chat. So cute! Alrighty, what were you saying about Utamu's old stuff? Their early work is underappreciated. Wait, you've never heard the demo versions of any of their songs, have you? What most people don't know is... Oh, okay, relationship up. Hiro and I spent our break talking all about music. Oh, okay, so it just ends like that. I kind of hope that they emphasize it, like they emphasize the dialogue more, but it's just my personal taste because I really value communication, so yeah.
And just like that, our 15-minute break is over. Now it is time for my next training session, delivery duty with Manuel.
So, is this social hour a no-go or hell nah? Just say the word and we'll get this party started. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, okay. Please, please. Okay, I hope I can bear with him. Okay, let's do it. Oh, what? Excuse me? Okay, I didn't expect that at all. I was like, okay, I'm already preparing for the worst. But I would never think he would just left me like that. Really? We're just getting started. Hey, wait, aren't you supposed to train me first? Delivery is easy. Just use a map and go from point A to B. But if you're really lost, I guess you could check the customer's delivery instructions. Excuse me, the responsibility here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I didn't click anything, you guys. It just skips like that. Sorry, no time to chat. Okay, he's so annoying. He's so annoying. I can't. No way. Well, I guess I've got no choice but to just go for it. I think he's just like, I think he's a different type of personality. He's not really serious. He just wants to go out and play on his break. He doesn't even care about us. And he is kind of, I don't know, flirty, but in a different way flirty. I mean, flirty guys usually manage to capture my heart, but for Manuel, I don't think I think it's the type of flirty that I can really stand. But I don't know. What about you guys? What is your opinion of Manuel so far? Tell me down below. I need to know. Well, I guess I've got no choice but to just go for it. Oh my god, yes! We are doing all of this by ourselves. Our mentor is not even here. Yes, let's go. Let's go deliver. Wait, I think we can toggle. Oh my gosh, yes, I should have toggle it on, like the dash button. We run so fast. Okay, let's go.
So apparently, even without Manuel physically accompanying us, I can handle pizza delivery on my own. I mean, duh, it's easy, I can totally do this. I actually prefer turning the map on. It makes things much easier since we can just follow it to find our customers. I was really curious who my first customer would be.
Wait. What? Manuel holds up a stopwatch. Wait, is this how he trained us? Okay, I didn't expect that. You got a long way to go. I had a whole smoke break in the time it took you to get here. Manuel, what are you doing here? What else? Lending you some of my sage wisdom. Okay. I totally didn't expect that at all, but he is still annoying to me. In that case, guide me, oh pizza maester. Like seriously, our MC is so different from me. If I were her, I would not react like that. But still, she's so funny. She's so very extroverted and very social, unlike me. I am gonna tell you how to do your job. That's Will's thing. I'm here to teach you how not to do your job. Okay. First of all, always do as little work as possible. That means never skip your breaks. Wait. Oh, wait. What? Oh. Well, that's easy. Aren't we basically on break right now? As expected of my disciple, I like the way you think.
So, surprise! The customer turns out to be Manuel himself, my mentor. At least he's committed to the training. He explains what we need to pay attention to during deliveries. Honestly, his teaching style is a little unconventional, but hey, at least he's responsible. Basically, we need to deliver the pizzas as fast as possible. The quicker we are, the bigger the tips. And apparently, we're supposed to handle 3 deliveries at once to save time.
Well, if you say so, thank you for showing me the ropes. My... no! No! I can't! No, my pleasure princess. Oh, I can't. I can't stand this. No, let's get out of here fast. Why? But to be honest, if I want to be honest, rather than Hiro, who is much calmer, manual dialogue is so much more dynamic than Hiro. So that's why the dialogue is way funnier to read. Yeah.
Training with Manuel is finally complete and it's already midnight. We head back and run into Will there. He asked how my first day at work was, and of course I told him I like it. I'm honestly telling the truth. Everything that happened so far has been pretty enjoyable. Then Will asked if I can see myself getting along with my coworkers, and I mean, yeah, I think we're getting along just fine.
It's just really amusing to see how different each coworker's personality is. So far, I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen next, especially with Manuel. Even though he's not really my usual type, I'm kind of excited to see what will happen between us, okay? So, let's go. Why not? Manuel's fun to be around? No. Manuel, you know what Manuel do? You know what Manuel did to me? He kind of tested my patience. And Hiro has an unexpected cute side. Well, that I can agree. Oh, and I like you too, of course. I see. Well, I'm glad you think so. Okay, we don't really know a lot about Will so far because he is so serious. Like, we can't even, like, talk to him properly, so...
After that, Will asked which shift I would like to take. I decided to go with the opening shift. I would much rather work during the day than the night shift. Nighttime is for sleeping, okay? I need my rest. Thankfully, Will is kind enough to let us change shifts on the following days since we are still new. Thank you, Will. If only you would also give me a chance to get to know you better. He also sets up our daily pay and apparently we can check our balance at the ATM outside. Ooh, thank you, Will, for your generosity towards us broke people. So with that, we finish our shift and head home to sleep. Next morning, we wake up and almost fall back asleep. If we hadn't remembered we have a job, we would have gotten fired immediately. But can we just talk about Bill's tree for a second? I really love how it looks. The pixel art here is adorable. It's just a regular apartment, but I appreciate all the little details they put into it. After admiring our room for a bit, we head back to work and are greeted by none other than Will. Of course, he shows up early. It's just me and Will, my first shift without anyone guiding me.
Oh, okay, so we could check the quest. So this is our main quest. Oh, the quest. Oh, in progress. The completed one? Oh, clock in. Main quest. New day, new duties. I can do delivery, kitchen duty, or cashiering. Or maybe all three. Objectives, complete duties. All three of them. Do daily. Wait, so we got quests, you guys. Oh, okay. I like this. I like this so far. Oh, this is so different. The piggy bank. I can't forget where I got this job in the first place, and that's to pay my rent. It wouldn't hurt to deposit any cash at the ATM for safekeeping. Save up money. $64. Okay, can we manage? I would want to know. Okay. And side quest. Oh, day 5. Wait, we're now day 2. We're now day 2. Can we really save up money that much? Okay. The picker upper. Oh, I could use an energy boost or two. Do whatever. Okay, because this is side quest. Consume energy drink or a coffee or soda. Oh, so okay. Oh, I like this. Oh, there's also expired one. Oh, I like that we have quests. I like this. This is so refreshing. I haven't get to really played an Otome RPG before because I've always played Otome VNs, but Otome RPG sounds interesting, and I think aside from Silent Kingdom, this is the next Otome RPG that I played. Wait, I also played Tokimeki Memorial Girls Life. There's also count as RPG. There's also count as Otome RPG, right? But I'm not really I'm not really vibing to that game. So, it's not really like the pacing, it's not really my taste. So, but yeah, I like it so far.
For my first duty, I decided to start with cashiering and we got a $5 tip. Not bad at all. And after that, I chose to take a lunch break, hoping someone would be there. But it turns out I was completely alone. So yes, I sadly had lunch by myself. Since I still had some time left, I decided to use my 15-minute break to complete my quest, the picker upper, by buying a soda. And then I realized I should have used that precious time to talk to Will, who was literally at the front counter. Oh my gosh, I just missed my chance to talk to him outside the office, dummy me. For my next duty, I went back to baking pizzas, and finally I started getting the hang of it after constantly failing because I forgot to toggle the order details on. I even put an uncooked pizza on the tray. Yes, my bad. So just a reminder, the star sign means the pizza hasn't been cooked yet. Please pay attention, learn from my mistakes, okay? At least I still managed to get some tips after all that chaos though. After finishing that shift, Belle starts wondering about the voice coming from behind the intercom because here's the thing. There is no one else in the pizzeria besides me and Will. And even Will says he doesn't know anything about it. It's not a ghost, right? So obviously, we decide to investigate and get to the bottom of this mysterious voice, and maybe ask the others if they know something about it. Continuing my work, I went on my first delivery of the day and tried to finish everything as quickly as possible. And wow, I got a $20 tip. Okay, if I want to make money fast, maybe delivery is the move. I tried asking Manuel about the voice, but it seems like he has no idea either. And the moment I jokingly said it might be a ghost, he literally shivered. So congratulations guys, we have discovered Manuel's weakness. Since we got no answers from him, we decided to ask Hiro. He is always in the kitchen, surely he knows something, right?
Hey Hiro, I wanted to ask, you know that voice over the intercom when orders come in? You have heard it, right? Please tell me you have heard it. Oh, great! Okay, so I'm not the only one. Can you tell me more? Like, who is it? How come I never see her around? I think it's a girl, but Will said I'm the only girl working here. But that can't be right, can it? Speak! So you don't know after all? Are you serious? If it's not you, who am I talking to then? Who else could I possibly be talking to? This is serious. Like, oh my gosh, seriously, Hiro? Sorry, I wasn't really listening. Oh my gosh. I guess that's a given. Whoever it was, Hiro probably tuned it out. I was just saying goodnight. We are too tired of continuing this conversation. Ah. This is so annoying.
Since we didn't get any answers from Hiro either, because he was completely in his own world, damn Hiro, I decided to just end the day, switch to the night shift for next time, and head home. And that's the end of the Bad Delivery Pizza Your Heart demo. What do you think so far, guys? Personally, I really enjoyed all the features in this game. Taking on quests, exploring the town, working at the pizzeria through minigames, and discovering all the little events along the way. It feels so fun and refreshing compared to other Otome games I've played before. And we still don't know who that mysterious voice behind the intercom is. The character dynamics also flow really well. Their interactions feel natural and it genuinely pulled me into the story. I'm honestly curious about what's going to happen next. The art immediately drew me in because it gave me such a strong wave of nostalgia. It reminded me of a game I used to play as a kid. Not an Otome, but some kind of office simulation game that I still can't remember the name. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam to support the developer. And if you like Otome games with gameplay elements, I've made a bunch of Otome games lists in my previous videos that you might want to check out. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for accompanying me while I played this demo. I really appreciate you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!